Hey guys, welcome back to the library. I'm your host Donald Wonder, and today we're going to do a book review. And boy, I am a very happy man because just this past Christmas 2015, I got to go back to a world I've been missing for a very long time. I've been following a particular author's book series, fantasy book series called the Riyria. I've already reviewed most of the books. I'm going to put a link on the screen, and guys, I love this book series, and the author has always been very communicative, very connected with the fans about writing these books. And this latest book I'm going to speak about is called The Death of Dulgath, or I believe I'm pronouncing that right, and it is the third book in the Riyria Chronicles series, which is a prequel to the main series. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the picture on the screen. There are currently 6 books in this franchise. There's some side stories, but these are the 6 main core stories. I highly recommend you check out the series. It's actually one of my favorite fantasy series because it's got a nice mixture of seriousness, fun, action, fantasy. It's just super entertaining. And the last books I read, I think it was The Rose and the Thorn, it was really good. And you know, the author did the Kickstarter for this book as well, which I was a supporter of because I wanted more of these characters. And let me get into the plot. So actually, before I start, this is a book series. This is a continuation recording, guys. If you've never read the book series, you probably shouldn't listen to this recording because it's kind of a spoiler. You don't know the characters, but if you are going to listen, I'm not going to spoil the book anyway, but I'm already going to tell you guys, this book, I really enjoyed it. This was fantastic. It was, again, Michael J. Sullivan is really keeping with the trend. He's keeping it consistent, keeping it fun and jovial. The story in The Death of Dulgath has got to do with this princess or queen in a land that is trying to be assassinated, and they hire the Riyria, which is Royce and Hadrian, for advice on how to protect the princess. And to do that, they want to know how someone would assassinate her. Because these guys are professionals, thieves and cooks, or the Riyria have a reputation for being bad, they feel like, you know what, one of these guys may be able to advise us on the best way to protect her if they tell us how to assassinate her. So I don't want to get too much into spoilers again, but it's going to be a short discussion because without getting into spoilers, all I can tell you is what I enjoyed about the book. What I enjoyed about the book is Michael J. Sullivan once again fleshed out the prequel. We're getting to know Royce and Hadrian again, and this book is mostly about getting into Royce's mind and understanding about him and something he comes to grips with him as a person, which I really like. And the Hadrian stuff is fantastic as well, but Royce steals the show in this book because we get a lot of character development with him. And when these two get to this town, as usual, they get kind of tricked or something. And I just, honestly, without going into spoilers, which is so hard because I really want to, this is consistent. And the thing I like the most about this book is just the characters. Again, Michael J. Sullivan does fantastic characterization. The new characters, this princess or this queen, Miss Dulgath, she is a great character. At first, she seems very standoffish, and even the characters around her in the castle as well. It's so well written, and there's some deaths in this book that just happen. And that's what I love about Michael J. Sullivan. It's so believable in this fantasy world. It's not, I might make it sound very kind of playful, but people get killed just like that. And it's serious and they don't come back. So some of the killings in this book, I was like, damn man, that's harsh. But you get some really evil people that are out for themselves. And you know, the last end of this book, which always has a nice climax, was excellent. That climax was so good, so enjoyable, and even the reveal to something connected to Royce as well. I got nothing bad to say about the book. And guys, I want to be very clear. If there was a problem with this book, I would be very critical. But Michael J. Sullivan, he took his time writing it, and you know, the Kickstarter fans, they helped him re-edit the book, and for reading this around Christmas time, it was just such an enjoyable treat. I'm really trying to be critical because I really don't like just a dick ride to overpraise something. But this is my favorite fantasy series. Michael J. Sullivan knows what he's doing. He really, really does. And I just want more of the same. And guys, if I haven't said this before, the audiobook version of this series takes this story to another level. The author says it, the narrator knows it, the fans love it. You have to get this in audiobook form. Michael, I keep forgetting the audiobook's name. Michael Reynolds, Gerald Reynolds. I do apologize. I put a picture on the screen. The narrator is absolutely fantastic. This is one man that does like 4 different voices, especially for voicing Hadrian, and it's absolutely flawless. So, audiobook on a whole, I'm going to give this a high first class. This is so consistent with the series. It's just, it just feels natural. It's a natural progression, a natural story. The enjoyment is there. Guys, I love this franchise. It's one of my favorite fantasy genres, fantasy stories, fantasy franchises. And the author is a good man. And I say that because he's very communicative. He's even commented on the videos of the reviews. And if you're watching the video, I really appreciate it. You're doing a great job. I was happy to support your franchise because I love your stories. Keep them coming. I could read your prequels forever. That's how much I love them, guys. And I'm very critical. So, guys, you know, I know I'm being overly positive, but I really enjoy this. And you know what? Don't take my word for it. The reviews are shining. Super on Goodreads, nothing but 4 or 5 stars, and that is really unheard of. But Goodreads are even more critical than I am. Let's be honest. So, guys, if you haven't read the series, go back and read the Riyria Revelations. That's the original trilogy, and then come back. Also, I do want to mention, in between these books, he let off a couple of side stories called The Jester and Professional Integrity. I love them. They were short Riyria stories. I think Professional Integrity was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'm a Riyria fanboy. I said it, but I don't see any wrong in these books so far. It's a fun, entertaining, jovial fantasy adventure, and the man knows what he's doing. It's so consistent, guys. So it's definitely one of my favorite fantasy books of all time. And if I keep on talking, I'm just going to keep saying how great it is. But you know what? If you completely disagree with me, or if you have any comments on the book series, or if you haven't read the series, let me know what you think. Share your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comments section down below. And again, thank you to the author, Michael J. Sullivan. I'm looking forward to more. I know he's got a series related to it, which is a backstory to the whole universe. What is it? I forgot what it was, but it was at the end of the book. I'm going to wait for that the books of that to finish before I go down that book. But even the sample I've heard of that story sounds interesting. So again, guys, thank you. I'm gonna leave you at this because I know you're sick and tired of me overpraising the book. But thanks for listening, watching, and it was a really great Christmas treat. This book was a Christmas present for myself. It was just a great listen to. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hit an annotation on the screen if you want to hear the other videos we do on animation, TV shows, books like this one, and other stuff, vlogs or whatever. And happy 2016! Even though by now, when this video's up, we're well into 2016, January. Guys, see you on the next video. Peace out.